After completing this lesson, you will be able to recognize key HHA Exchange Plus system terms and definitions. When using the HHA Exchange Plus mobile app, it's important to be aware of key terms and definitions used in the system. Let's look at some of these now. Patient member refers to a member, consumer, or recipient. The patient or member is the person receiving services. Caregiver refers to the home care aide, home care worker, or worker. The caregiver is the person providing services. Provider or agency refers to the agency or organization coordinating services. Payer refers to the managed care organization, or MCO, contract or Health and Human Services, HHS. The payer is the organization placing patients with providers. HHAX, an abbreviation for HHA Exchange, and UPR, an acronym for the Universal Patient Record used for linked contract patients. EVV stands for Electronic Visit Verification. HHA Exchange offers 3 methods of EVV: mobile app, home phone landline, and fixed object or FOB. EVV call-in, the time the caregiver clocked in for service delivery. EVV call-out, the time the service provider clocked out for service delivery. Billable hours. Billable hours represent the hours to be billed. The EVV system calculates billable hours by subtracting the visit time in from visit time out and rounding to the nearest quarter-hour increment. Confirmed visit, a record generated by an EVV system that contains data elements for an EVV visit. Data elements include service authorization data, member data, caregiver data, provider data, and EVV service delivery data. Manual visit confirmation, a visit transaction manually entered into the EVV system when the caregiver fails to clock in and/or clock out. Mobile verification, clocking in and out of the EVV system in the home or community using an HHA Exchange provided application on a smartphone or other mobile device with internet connectivity. Plan code, the code used to identify a specific payer. New reason. Reason code numbers represent the overall issue for the need to complete visit maintenance. Reason code descriptions provide more detail about why visit maintenance was completed on an EVV visit transaction. Secondary identifier, a unique number assigned to a program provider instead of a National Provider Identifier, or NPI number. The Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services, or CMS, defines atypical program providers as a program provider that does not provide healthcare. Service code, a collection of codes that represent procedures and services provided to individuals based on the American Medical Association's current procedural terminology, or CPT. Service location, location where EVV services were provided, such as an individual's home. Visit time in or out, the time the service provider clocked in or out for service delivery. After completing this lesson, you will be able to identify how to download, sign up to, and register for the HHA Exchange Plus mobile app. To download the HHA Exchange Plus mobile app for iPhone, go to the App Store. Enter the keyword HHA Exchange Plus in the search bar. Once you've found the app, tap Get, and then select Install. To download the HHA Exchange Plus mobile app for Android, go to Google Play. Enter the keyword HHA Exchange Plus in the search bar. Once you've found the app, select it and then tap the Install button. Once the HHA Exchange Plus mobile app has downloaded, open it. Select the language you would like to use, and then tap Apply. If any messages appear asking you to allow HHA Exchange Plus to send you notifications or access your photos or files, please tap Allow. Tap Sign up here. Enter your email address and then create a password. Once you've created a password, you'll need to enter it again in the field below to confirm it. Once you've created and confirmed your password, tap Sign up. Once you have successfully signed up, the system will also automatically send you a verification email. follow the instructions to open the verification email sent to your email address by HHA Exchange, and then follow the instructions in the email to proceed with onboarding. Note to HHA Exchange Services portal users: if you sign up for the services portal before signing up for HHA Exchange Plus, you must still enter your email address and password to sign up for HHA Exchange Plus. If you sign up for HHA Exchange Plus first, after you verify the email address, you can use the same credentials to log into the services portal as well. Once you've received your verification email, go back to the app. When the Finish Account Setup page is displayed, answer the question, "How will you use this application?" If you are instructed by your employer to use the app for EVV or to document your visit or shift details, tap Perform Electronic Visit Verification, EVV. If you are only using the app to answer Care Insights questions, tap Only Answer Daily Member Questions. If you tap Perform Electronic Visit Verification, EVV, you must type the activation code provided by your employer. You should have received the activation code by email or text. Once received, it is valid for 7 days. After you enter the code, tap Submit Code. On the Complete Registration page, complete all required fields, marked with an asterisk, and then tap Continue. Note: you must respond to an email verification of your primary phone number before you can continue. If your employer uses two-factor authentication and the biometric authentication page is displayed, tap the method you will use to verify your identity. If you tap Use your fingerprint, when prompted, place your identifying finger on your phone's fingerprint sensor. If you tap Use facial recognition, when prompted, orient your front-facing camera toward your face. It's important to note that you must log in at least one time with your email and password before using biometric authentication. If the third-party terms page is displayed, read the terms and acknowledge them by tapping Accept Terms. When you are fully logged in, the Schedule page is displayed. After completing this lesson, you will be able to demonstrate how to reset your mobile app password. If you forget your password and need to reset it, tap Forgot Password. Enter your email address that is associated with your account. Under Desired Action, tap Send me a password reset code. If you already have a reset code, tap Use an existing password reset code. A message will appear confirming that a message has been sent to your email or phone number. The message will contain a code. You will need to use that code to reset your password. Return to the mobile app and enter the code you received into the Password Reset Code field. Tap Submit. Create a new password on the Set New Password page. Once you've created a password, you'll need to enter it again in the field below to confirm it. Once you've created and confirmed your password, tap Save. Then, log into the mobile app using your email address and the new password. After completing this lesson, you will be able to demonstrate how to log in to the HHA Exchange Plus mobile app. Open the HHA Exchange Plus mobile app. Your email address should already be pre-populated. For security reasons, you will only be able to see the first 2 characters of your email address. Enter your password using the password that you created when you signed up. Then tap Log In. Please note, if you enter the incorrect password 3 times in a row, your account will be locked and a new temporary password will be sent to you by email or text message. If you have forgotten your password, tap Forgot Password and follow the instructions. If you work with only one agency that uses the HHA Exchange Plus mobile app, after you log in, you will be taken directly to the Schedule page. If you work with more than one agency that uses the app, you will be taken to the Connections page, and you will be prompted to select a connection. You can then choose which agency's schedule page you wish to view by tapping the agency's name or the name of your connection. From the Schedule page, you can switch between agencies by tapping the Change Connections icon in the right corner of the top panel. To add a connection, tap Add a new connection. You will need to enter the activation code for that connection, and then tap Submit Code. After completing this lesson, you will be able to describe functions you can perform using the HHA Exchange Plus mobile app. The HHA Exchange mobile app is a tool that you can use to keep track of your schedule, review member and visit information, manage your availability, and, if configured, express your interest in open shifts. To access the various key functions of the app, use the navigation bar which is displayed at the bottom of each page. The navigation bar contains 4 options to choose from: Schedule, Members or Patients, Chat, and Menu. Schedule. Schedule takes you to the Schedule page. The Schedule page shows your scheduled visits for today and tomorrow. From the Schedule page, you can also clock in and out of a visit, enter your duties according to the care plan, and gather required signatures. Please note that the Schedule page will always be the default page that appears once you've logged into the app. Members, Consumers, or Patients. The Members, Consumers, or Patients page lists members, consumers, or patients that you have visited in the past or are scheduled to visit. Whether you see members, consumers, or patients will depend on how your agency configured your settings. However, for the remainder of this training, we'll just refer to it as the Members page. When you select a member, you can view Member Details or View Visits. If you are authorized, member details may include clinical information and medications. If a member has multiple addresses, they will appear on the Member Details page. The phone numbers that are linked with the member in the HHA Exchange system also appear on this page, along with any emergency contacts the member has provided. Chat. If your agency has configured it, you will be able to access the chat function, which allows text-like communication between you and your agency. Menu. The menu allows you to access the additional features of the app. The menu is divided into 3 sections: Tools, Settings and Help, and Legal, with the navigation bar displayed at the bottom of the page. After completing this lesson, you will be able to identify how to verify visits and clock in and out using the HHA Exchange Plus mobile app. You will be able to recognize what to do if clocking in and or out requires a member signature, and you will be able to describe how to verify a clock in and out of unscheduled visits. You can clock in and out directly from the Schedule page within the expanded view of your member visit details. On the Schedule page, select the member visit to expand the visit details. The buttons to clock in or to clock out are at the bottom of the expanded view of your member visit. In the expanded view, you can also see the scheduled start time and end time of the visit. For daily variable visits, the authorized duration of the visit will be displayed, as well as a clock tracking the amount of visit time used. Next to the scheduled time, you will find the visit type, which is set to either skilled or non-skilled. Underneath the scheduled time and visit type, you can view additional member details, like their name, admission ID, assigned office, phone numbers, addresses, emergency contacts, and, if configured, clinical information. Next to the member details are the visit details. If configured, the visit details page contains additional information regarding the visit, such as your plan of care tasks, care insights questions, medications, and an option to add a note. Please note that you can clock in or out directly from the expanded view of the visit, or from within the visit details page itself. To clock in, tap Clock In. If you are using the HHA Exchange mobile app to perform an EVV and the member does not have an FOB or fob device in their home, you should select the GPS option. Once you select GPS and allow the app access to your location, the map shows your real-time location relative to the member. This is the member, and this is you. The light blue circle represents the tolerance range in feet. The tolerance range defines how far you can be from the member and still register a valid EVV visit. The tolerance range is defined by your agency. If you are shown within the blue circle, you are likely in range of the member. If you are shown outside the blue circle, you are likely out of range. If you are providing services somewhere other than in the member's home, you can toggle off at Member's Home and select the service delivery location. Selecting a different service delivery location bypasses the GPS tolerance. Once you are in range of the member, tap Continue. If you are using the HHA Exchange mobile app to perform an EVV and the member has a fob device, you should select Security Token. Once you select Security Token, you will be prompted to enter the 6-digit device ID and passcode. When you are finished, tap Continue. Depending on your agency's requirements, the member may not be required to provide their signature at the clock-in stage and/or the clock-out stage. In both cases, the member will need to sign on the device in order to process the visit. If your agency requires the member's signature, RN or coordinator signature, or your signature to complete the clock-in process, the signature screen will appear. Once you obtain the required signature, tap Submit, or tap Skip if it's available, and select the reason for skipping. In some cases, you may be required to obtain a member's voice consent. Record it, then stop recording and tap Done or tap Skip if available, and select the reason for skipping. When you are successfully clocked in, the visit details page will be displayed. When you've completed a scheduled member visit, go to the visit details page for your member. If your agency has approved you to record non-EVV services, tap the check mark to select Non-EVV Services and select the duration of non-EVV services in hours and minutes. You may also be required to select the service code for visit settings. For plan of care tasks, select the checkmark box for each of the duties you performed. If a member refused any duties, select the X box. If your agency requires you to specify why a duty was refused, a reason for refusal drop-down list will appear. Select the appropriate option from the list. If you didn't perform a duty, you should leave both boxes blank. You can also add other duties that the agency has configured for the visit by tapping on Add Other Duties. Next, if the visit includes care insight questions, answer all the required questions, and if prompted, provide additional information. Tap Save Responses. You'll see a small pop-up confirming that your responses have been saved successfully. Lastly, if you want to add a note about the visit, tap Add Note. When you're finished, tap Clock Out at the bottom of the page. If required on the electronic visit verification page, update the GPS or security token settings and tap Continue. If your agency requires the member's signature or any other signature to complete the clock-out process, the signature screen will appear. Once you obtain the required signature, tap Submit, or tap Skip if available, and select the reason for skipping. Once the member has either signed the device or you have entered and saved the reason the member's signature was skipped, you will get a message saying you have successfully clocked out. In some cases, you may be required to obtain a member's voice consent. Record it, then stop recording and tap Done, or tap Skip if available, and select the reason for skipping. Then you will be redirected back to the schedule page. Both the clock-in time and the clock-out time will be displayed underneath the member's name, as well as within the expanded view of the visit. On the schedule page, you have the option to add an unscheduled visit. To create an unscheduled visit from the schedule page, tap on Plus New Unscheduled Visit at the bottom of the page. On the New Visit page, a list of all the members you have access to will appear. Choose the relevant member, or use the search function at the top of the page to look up and select a member. If a matching visit is already scheduled with the member, you have the option to use that scheduled visit, instead of creating a new unscheduled visit. If you have never worked with the member before and they are not on the list, then tap on Member Not in List, and then Continue. From here, the clock-in and clock-out process for unscheduled visits is the same as for scheduled visits. You will then be redirected to the visit details page for the member. The visit will now also appear on the schedule page. After completing this lesson, you'll be able to identify how to add visit notes using the HHA Exchange Plus mobile app. From the Visit Details page, tap Add Note. The HHA Exchange mobile app allows you to add 4 different types of notes. Text note, which allows you to type up to 1,000 characters. New camera image, which opens your phone's camera, allowing you to take a photo and add a description up to 500 characters. File, which opens a search page where you can browse the phone for a file to attach. And a voice note, which allows you to record and save audio comments. Select the type of note you would like to add. If you select the text note option, type your note and tap Save. The note that you added will now appear in the section titled Notes at the bottom of the Visit Details page. If you select the New Camera Image option, you may receive a pop-up asking you to allow the HHA Exchange Plus mobile app to access your camera and/or photos. After allowing access, take a photo with the camera on your phone. If you select the File Note option, you'll be prompted to select an existing file or photo from within your gallery. Once you are happy with the photo you have either taken or selected, tap Save. The image that you added will now appear in the Notes section at the bottom of the Visit Details page. You can view all of the images you added by swiping to the side. If you would like to delete an image, tap the trash bin icon next to the image. If you choose the voice note option, you will be directed to the Add Voice Note page and prompted to press the record button to start recording. You may receive a pop-up asking you to allow the HHA Exchange mobile app to access your microphone. Once access is granted, the recording begins. When you are finished with your voice note, tap Stop Recording, located at the bottom of the page. If you'd like to listen to your voice note, tap on the play button of your recording. If you'd like to re-record your note, tap the trash bin icon to the right of your recording. Then tap Record to start recording again. If you are happy with your voice note, tap Save. The voice note that you added will now appear in the Notes section at the bottom of the Visit Details page. Keep in mind that the Notes section will start with the most recent note, then go backwards. To view an attached note, tap it. You can edit a note or image by tapping the Edit icon. To delete an attached note or image, tap the Delete icon. After completing this lesson, you will be able to identify how to use the Members search function. The Members page lists members that you have visited in the past or are scheduled to visit. You can access the Members page by tapping Members in the navigation bar. Once you're on the Members page, select a member that you're authorized to visit, or type part of their name and tap the search icon, the magnifying glass. When you select a member, you can then View Member Details and View Visits. Member details include their name, admission ID, assigned office, phone numbers, addresses, and emergency contacts. If you are authorized, member details may also include clinical information and medications. Visit details may include plan of care tasks, care insights questions, notes, and medications. You can create an unscheduled visit for any member to whom you have access, whether or not you have previously worked with the member. From the Members page, create a new unscheduled visit by tapping New Visit. Then follow the standard procedures as we previously discussed. After completing this lesson, you will be able to recognize how to use the HHA Exchange Plus mobile app chat feature. If your agency uses the chat feature, you can see chat on the navigation bar at the bottom of the page, with a bubble counter that indicates the number of chat sessions with one or more unread chats. If you do not see chat on the navigation bar, your agency does not use the feature. When you tap on chat, 1 or 2 tabs are displayed near the top of the screen. Depending on how your agency has configured the mobile app, the first tab is My Chats, and the tab next to it is an optional tab labeled Topics. From My Chats, you can see a list of one-on-one chats, and you can respond and continue conversations on those chat threads. You cannot initiate chats from the My Chats tab. Unread messages are identified with a new icon. The most recent chat message is displayed at the top with a timestamp. Tap on a message to open the chat thread on the My Chats tab. Your agency user's name displays in the header, and agency messages appear on the left. Your response messages appear on the right. You can enter up to 6 lines of text and tap the send icon to send the response message. The send icon is the paper plane. From the Topics tab, you can initiate a chat pertaining to a selected topic, like member issues, scheduling, or EVV. Topics are always defined by your agency. If an agency does not enable the Topics feature, the Topics tab will not appear on the chat page. A bubble counter in the Topics tab header indicates that there are unread chats within a topic. After selecting the Topics tab, a list of available topics is displayed. Similar to the My Chats tab, your unread messages are identified with a new icon, and the most recent chat message is displayed at the top with a timestamp. Tap a topic to start a communication thread or to respond to an existing conversation. The topic title appears in the page header. In the chat thread, the icon to the left of the chat message contains the initials of the agency user, as there may be several users responding. Each entry is timestamped to indicate when the message was sent. To send a topics message, type the message in the text window and tap the send icon. The send icon is the paper plane. After completing this lesson, you will be able to recognize how to review and request open shifts broadcast to you by your agency, and you'll be able to explain how to review your availability. If configured, you can review any open shifts your agency has currently broadcast to you by tapping on Menu in the navigation bar at the bottom of any page. Under Tools, tap on Open Shifts. If you can't see open shifts, then your agency does not use this feature. The Open Shifts page will display all of the shifts your agency has broadcast to you. The first tab is labeled Available, as it contains all available shifts. The encircled number next to it indicates the number of shifts that are available. Once you request an available shift, it moves to the second tab labeled Requested. Before you request an available shift, carefully review the details related to the shift. For example, shifts are labeled as single or permanent. Tap the shift itself to view details, including the date and time, required discipline, shift type, location, special requests, and notes. After reviewing the shift details, tap Close to return to the Open Shifts page. If you're interested in working the shift, tap Request Shift. Requested shifts move to the Requested tab until assigned by your agency's coordinator. Once it is assigned to you, the shift moves to your Schedule page. Indicating your interest in a shift does not mean that you will be automatically assigned to the shift. Your agency must review your request and decide whether to assign it to you or not. If your agency rejects the request, the shift is removed from the Requested tab. To review your availability, tap Menu in the navigator bar at the bottom of any page. Under Tools, tap My Availability. The My Availability page displays your availability for the week. A double green checkmark designates preferred times. A single red checkmark designates possible but not preferred times. After completing this lesson, you will be able to recognize additional menu functions and features. You can access the additional features of the app by tapping on Menu in the navigation bar at the bottom of the page. The menu is divided into 3 sections: Tools, Settings and Help, and Legal. The Tools section contains Open Shifts, My Availability, and compliance if your agency has configured it. Compliance displays your caregiver compliance status, informing you of upcoming and completed medical and evaluation due dates. The Settings and Help section contains Profile, which is used to maintain your caregiver information, Change Password, which is used to change your mobile app login password, Connections, which is used to switch between agencies and/or offices connected to you, the caregiver, Help, which is used to access the mobile app Help table of contents. Help is available from most mobile app pages by tapping the Help icon, that's the question mark, in the upper right corner. App Feedback, which is used to request enhancements, provide general comments, identify issues, and correct alternate language translations. Language, which is used to change the language in which the mobile app and mobile app help are displayed. And Visual Theme, which is used to change the mobile app display from the default standard to a dark or high contrast theme. To edit your profile information, tap Profile from the Settings and Help section of the menu. On the Profile page, tap Edit, make the necessary changes, and then tap Save. If you add or change your primary phone number, a confirmation text will be sent to your phone. You must respond to the confirmation text in order to use the phone number to reset a password. You can change your password at any time by tapping Change Password from the Settings and Help section of the menu. On the Change Password page, enter your current password and the new password. Type the new password again and confirm new password. When finished, tap Save to change the password and return to the menu page. Connections will display all of the agencies and/or offices that are connected to you. From the menu, tap Connections. On the Connections page, you can view or select from the list of connected connections and tap Change Active Connection to open the Select a Connection page. Select the connection you want or choose to answer daily member questions only. If configured, third-party terms must be accepted. Then the Schedule page, or the Members page for daily member questions, is displayed. If you no longer work for a particular agency, you can disconnect from it by tapping the three dots on the right side of the agency name and selecting Disconnect from your account. A warning message will appear. If you would like to continue with disconnecting from the agency, tap Disconnect. The HHA Exchange mobile app offers language options designed to accommodate you with your preferred language when using your mobile device. There are two ways that you can change the language, either on the login page or the menu page. To change the language prior to logging into the app, tap the language icon near the bottom of the login page. The language page will display all of the available languages. Select your preferred option and tap Apply. The app will then be displayed in your preferred language. To change the language from within the app, tap Menu in the navigation bar at the bottom of the page. Then tap Language in the Settings and Help section of the menu. Select your preferred language and tap Apply. Once you have set your preferred language option, all of the menu items will appear in your chosen language. To view the map functionality for EVV in your preferred language, you must first change your language and then restart the app. After completing this lesson, you will be able to identify how to access the HHA Exchange Plus mobile app in-app help and the Navan Caregiver training. You can access the HHA Exchange mobile app in-app help at any time by tapping on Help in the Settings and Help section of the menu. The mobile app help table of contents will be displayed with a range of topics. You can also access help pages that are specific to the page you're currently viewing. For example, if you are on the Schedule page, you can tap the Help icon, the question mark, at the top right corner of the page to access the in-app help topics related to the Schedule page. HHA Exchange has partnered with Navan, a leading training provider for caregivers. If your agency purchases one or more of the Navan training modules, you will see this banner. Click on it to access your required training. In the Navan web portal, you can easily access all of the training courses your agency has assigned to you. After completing this lesson, you will be able to describe the offline mode of the HHA Exchange Plus mobile app. You can use the mobile app without being connected to the internet when offline mode is enabled by your agency. When the internet connection is restored, the mobile app automatically synchronizes with HHA Exchange. The offline mode is a feature that must be enabled by the agency. If your agency has not enabled the offline mode feature, you will always need to be connected to the internet to use the HHA Exchange Plus mobile app. If your agency has enabled the offline mode feature, you can log in with the last used email address and password, view your existing members, start and end visits or shifts, and view help information. The features that are unavailable in offline mode are marked on the navigation bar with a white exclamation mark and a red circle. If you select a feature or function that is unavailable offline, a message explaining the limits of offline use is displayed. Just tap Learn More to find out what's available in offline mode.